Hey, Dean, what's the feeling like in the huddle when you guys fall down 20 in the first quarter, knowing that that happened to you guys last game, and knowing that you're back, and Caruso's back, and you get to practice trying to work on those things? What are you saying to one another?
Stay together. We've proven that we can, come back, and it's early in the game, but we've proven that we can come back from deficits. Now, obviously, we don't want to be in those situations, but it was just a stay together, continue to trust each other. They made some tough shots. Valanciunas got going in the beginning. Um, Ka hit some tough shots. Grayson Allen, all those guys is making some tough shots around the rim, and we just continue to stick with our game plan. We tighten up on defense, um, and we're able to get back in the game. We missed some shots, some easy shots, but we continue to trust one another, trust our work, trust our game plan, and was able to get the victory. Come on, Ro, making all that noise, man.
Hey, D, have you ever seen a player who can just turn it on like LeBron does and has over this 7 game stretch, and especially there in the third quarter tonight? I mean, what? How does he do that? And what's it like to be around it?
Yeah, I know a player can do that. You're talking to him. Um, you know, no, man, he's special, man. He can flip a switch. I mean, he tried to get guys going early. Um, get guys confidence, get them some shots, get them some touches, and when it's time for him to turn it on, he's able to do so. Hit big shots. Especially in that late in that third, he kind of just took over and you know led the team to the lead change, give us the lead, and when you got a guy to do that, um, it makes our job a lot easier. But he's a talent. No wonder. I mean, it's no wonder why he's in the MVP talks. Uh, you know, in a conversation with the greatest of all time, and all these things. Because he's able to do so much and have that switch like you talk about.
Hey, Jay, obviously you're shooting very well. It also looked like at times you were kind of flexing your right calf and ankle to see how that goes. What was sort of the balance of how you felt today? How close did it feel to being 100%?
It felt great going to the game, but as you play, because I'm always using that Achilles tendon is just got sore towards the end, just constantly moving on it. But it felt great coming to the game. Felt great throughout the game, but late game it kind of was bothering me a little bit. Um, felt like that we had the game in hand where I was able to and coach felt that way where I was able to sit down the last 2.5. But felt great, get some treatment on tomorrow, and throughout the day, and then get ready for Denver.
Hey, Dean, when there's a free throw at the opposite side and LeBron comes down to the bench and you and him are talking, kind of one of those conversations about you guys are down, pretty big early in the game. I've seen you do that a few times this season. What are those conversations about?
Um, we're just talking about how to get back in the game, just talking about the game. Um, telling him about some plays that I see from the bench. He tells me about plays he see from the bench. Um, figure out how we can get the lead. So we just constantly trying to help each other. You know, with our game, things that we might not see, or some miscues that we saw that we haven't had a chance to talk about. And we talk about it then. So there's not many times where we both on the bench, so we can't really, discuss it. Besides timeouts, but usually that's when coach is talking and things like that. So we try to use those times to talk about what we see to help us out on the floor.
Hey, Dan, I have two for you. First one quickly. With the Achilles, have they told you this is something that you're going to be dealing with for a little while, or is this something that could go away with treatment?
It could go away, obviously with rest and things like that, but I'm not trying to rest, so just trying to keep it, you know, as loose as possible and make sure it's not, you know, I want to say it's not the actual Achilles tendon where, you guys are thinking about, whereas it could be scary. I forgot what the name of it is. Something that's over it that's pretty sore. So it's not the actual tendon, which is why it's comfortable for me to play and get it loose. So and the doctors and the training staff feel comfortable enough for me to go out there and perform as well. So it's just something that's going to continue to get better. Constantly doing treatment on it throughout the day, throughout the night, and wearing stuff in my shoes to help out the pain level, and wearing tape and all these things to make it feel better throughout the course of time, and eventually it'll get very good. I'm able to just go out there and play and not worry about it.
The second question I had for you was, in the 2 years you've been here, how big of a change have you seen in Kyle's the sort of overall comfort in what you guys need from him?
Who, Kyle Goon?
Not Kyle Goon.
Oh.
No, most certainly not Kyle Goon. Kyle Kuzma, the valuable Kyle.
Nah, he's been good for us, man. He's grown. His playmaking is better. His catch and shoot has been better, and his value for our team has grown from even the beginning of last year to now, and he's making huge plays for us. His effort and energy is there every night. He's rebounding, making the hustle plays, things that you didn't see a lot of last year. You saw spurts of it, but now you're seeing it every game with him, and he brings that spark for us, and with his shot making ability, and like I said, his playmaking has gotten better with his passing and things like that, and his energy and effort on the offensive glass. So he's made a jump. He's made a jump, and he's shown why he should be here. He should be in the rotation, and shown why he got paid. What he got paid. So we love him here. We're very happy to have him here, and he's only going to get better.
And last question, Harrison Fagin.
Hey, there's been a couple games now where you guys have kind of fallen behind early and then really seem to ramp it up as the game goes along. I'm just wondering, for you, while you're out there on the floor, does that feel like you guys are just starting to hit shots and starting to play better, kind of progressing upwards to the mean? Or is that something where when you go down big, you feel like the team does lock in more?
Obviously when we go down big, we have to lock in more, especially on the defensive end. But I think it's just more so, we had a couple. Even me coming back in the lineup, missing 2 games. It's a lot of games, where, especially for one of the top guys, you try to get them back involved, and now the ball isn't moving as much and things like that. But just trying to get back into the feel of the game. But like I say, teams are going to make shots for us. We've seen it in OKC, we've seen it in Detroit. Teams are going to make shots. It's as simple as that, and we got to be able to understand that and play through that, which we have the past 3 games, 4 games now. We've been able to combat teams' runs and stay with our trust within each other, stay within our schemes and our game plan, and been able to win those games. But it's we're not going to make shots all the time, and we got a lot of great looks to start the game. But I think that those teams get hyped when they play the Lakers just because we're the defending champions, and it was the same thing with Golden State all those years, and in Cleveland when Bron and won. So anytime you're the defending champions, teams want to take out the champs, and everybody have confidence to make plays on the opposing team, and we got to be able to be ready for that. And we have been. Teams have made shots, but we showed the type of team that we can be. We buckled down defensively a lot of those games in the second half, and was able to do enough to get the wins.